Hello there guys, and welcome back to another one with us, the Review Bros, and today we're going to be looking at a product called OG Swell by DNA Sports, which is basically a liquid ready to roll glycerol supplement. Obviously we'll get more into that as we cover the taste, price, label and the effects and working out if it's worth picking up. So stay tuned and we'll find out. But if you are new here and you like our videos, obviously give it a like, hit the sub button, tick the bell icon, because we drop about 3 reviews a week. But let's get into this one. Okay guys, we are into that taste and mixability segment, and like I mentioned, it is glycerol ready to go form, basically like a RTD pre-workout, except in this case it is just that main ingredient glycerol that we're looking at here. They're not the first guys to do it, they probably won't be the last, but it looks interesting, so how is this one going to stand out from the rest? So we don't actually have a flavour, despite it all looking quite delicious and bubblegummy all over it. It doesn't actually specify anywhere that it is a flavour of any description, but what it does say is that you can have it just with water or add it to any other drink that you might want, which can be squash in this case, or another pre-workout that perhaps hasn't got that much pump ingredients in it, so you might want to top it up with this. But for the sake of today's review, I've weighed out 25 grams, which is the maximum serving, and I'm just going to add some squash to it, and then we're going to mix it from there, and then I'll obviously be able to let you know if I think it's altered the taste of my very nice Robinson's raspberry, strawberry and acai drink. So let's find out together. What are we going to be dealing with here? Obviously the liquid itself is clear and it is smellless. So yeah, like I said, let's see how it affects the taste of my squash. Do you know what? Barely noticeable. It is noticeable to a degree because it tastes a bit thicker in consistency and there is a bit of a dry aftertaste to it, but flavour alone doesn't taste of anything, so I don't think you'll have any issues with the flavour. You know what, let's move on to price. So you want to pick up OG Swell by DNA Sports, do you? Well, you'll head over to their official website, dnasports.uk, where you can use our discount code, reviewbros20. You can pick up this 30 serving bottle for £19.99, which works out as 67p a go and would get a 10 out of 10 on our price scale that measures how expensive pre-workouts are from across the world. So basically what I'm saying is it's super cheap when you put it on a pre-workout price scale, but it's not really a fully fledged pre-workout, is it? We're only getting the one main ingredient in this bad boy. But will it justify the price despite it being a 10 out of 10? Is it something we can recommend? Is it noticeable? Is it worthwhile? Let's find out together. Okay guys, let's get into the label, and it will be a quick one because it's only a couple of ingredients, but just so you know, it's saying here that the product can be used pre-workout, post-workout, intra-workout or all and any day. But I think what most people do is will use it as their pre-workout, won't they, to get their pumps on. But anyway, before I digress too much, let's get into it. So supplement facts, OG Swell, trademark version of 99.5% glycerol at 25 grams, which let me stress to you guys, that's a mega dose. You only normally see it at a few grams in pre-workouts, and even then, it's only normally a 65% yield of the glycerol. Here, full yield essentially, and a mega dose. And this is the sort of dose that a lot of the studies are carried out on when they're sort of providing the benefits of the ingredient in terms of its hyperhydration, its endurance benefits, its athletic performance benefits, obviously nutrient delivery, getting you pumped to the maximum effectively. So we've got that in here at a mega dose, and then all we've got alongside that is sodium chloride as salt at a gram, and that's pretty simple guys. That's going to help with the contractions, your muscle firing, and further the use of that glycerol to really draw in the water and the moisture into the muscle cell and swell you out. So guys, that's the label. Let's see how it comes together in the real world. Okay guys, let's talk about the effects of this pre-workout, or glycerol supplement, should we say. In the several times we've used it, and we all know what glycerol feels like to some extent or another, and I have reviewed another couple of these type ingredients in the past, at least one myself anyway. So yeah, I know what to expect, I know what I should be getting from this product. So with that being said, the question's going to be, did I get what I was expecting from this product? And the answer is yes. And I have to say, if memory is serving me correctly, I do think this is the most glycerol I've ever had in one single sitting of 25 grams. So if it's ever going to work, it has to work here. And it does, guys, it does. And to keep it an absolute honest, unbiased, unconfused review, I took this with a caffeine capsule. So all I had was the caffeine for my energy, and then this for the pumps. Nothing else at all for pumps except this. So I know full well the pumps I got from that session, other than obviously my food and hydration, was down to this. And actually, touching on that point, it is above probably any other supplement, super important, except maybe creatine, super important to stay hydrated when you're using this, because how glycerol works, it works with water, essentially, doesn't it? It's pulling in water into your muscle cells. So if you're going to hoover this supplement and then not drink any water through the day or around your session, you're not going to be getting the most out of it. In fact, it'll probably be detrimental to your health. So what I'm saying is, if you're interested in this and you do take training seriously and you do want to use it and you do want to get nasty pumps, it's very, very important to stay hydrated. I'm talking drink at least a few litres through the day, and especially around that gym session, to get the most out of this product. Now, if we're talking what you actually get from it physically in the gym, what I noticed was obviously a very nasty, juicy pump. And it is more of a filled out, watery, pumped up kind of pump rather than a dry, granity, contractionary style pump. If you've watched our channel, we always say there's a couple of different types of pump, and this does fall into that realm of being more like a balloon, bloated, but in a good way, muscularly bloated, pumped up feeling, where all that water's been pushed in, obviously. Now, what comes with that is obviously added endurance, nutrient delivery, fun factor, mood boosting benefits from where you're obviously enjoying your training more because you're getting more pump the more you're training, and then that leads to more enjoyment and more pump, and it's like a cycle of happiness. So yeah, guys, I don't think there's too much more to say on this. It is a very basic supplement, but what the important factor is here is it might be basic, but what it's aiming to do, it absolutely delivers. And for that price point, it is very hard to sniff at. 60 odd p a go. You know, if you are struggling to get your pumps on with your pre-workout that you've got currently that you're taking, maybe it's mainly stim orientated, get this, chuck a bit of pumps on top. Or, you know, if you want to just take a standalone pump formula and get nice juicy pumps, this works on its own. So it really is up to you. You can play mad scientist or not. I just think that it's worth that price point. I'd happily get this and have it sitting in my cupboard.
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
Quite obviously there's no negatives to this sort of supplement, so you're not going to have any issues. Quite obviously no stimulants, not going to keep you up all night, it's not going to make you miss meals and suppress your appetite, none of that business. It's a nice healthy one that any athlete would be alright taking. So guys, that does wrap up the review. If you've used it, let us know down below what you thought of it, or if you've used anything similar to this actually, or in general a high amount of glycerol, what do you get from it? I know glycerol is one of these Marmite ingredients, some people love it, some people hate it. We always get good results with it from a pump standpoint, but there we go. So yeah guys, cheers for watching, and as always, stay pumped.